Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we have some final ProQuest prep for this weekend. I will be playing Victor. I know, everybody's surprised. Wasn't really a joke, but it seemed fitting for this moment. Maybe this is more fitting.
Lizard.
Gonna be playing Victor this weekend. I have made some changes to the list. I've been tinkering around with some things, trying to work on some different stuff. And yeah, we're going to be jamming games tonight. Big shout out to Keaton, who's been helping me out with the deck a lot. I feel like we've sent about 200 Discord messages back and forth with each other over the last 48 hours. So appreciate Keaton being willing to help me out. Yeah, we're playing Victor. We do have something fun to do before the stream starts tonight. If you have not heard, there is this new thing called My Favorite Fab Cards, and you get to pick like your 9 favorite cards. And so I thought it would be fun to do that together with you guys before we jumped into the games. I thought that would be pretty cool. Yo, Bringe with the 3 stream watch streak. I appreciate it. Bringe, Mekado, Dot, Keaton, Jack, Derek, Hal, Rose, Martin. What is up? How are you guys? And Steve, what's going on, guys? How is everybody? 9 favorite cards, all Victor. I thought about doing that to troll you guys, but I'm actually going to pick like 9 of my favorite cards of all time. Like, 9 of my favorite cards of all time. One of Peg Perfect is a good choice. I actually came to the same conclusion. That's how you know it's a good choice. Tell him, noob. Tell him. I love it. I am going to show you guys the list here in just a minute, and then after that, we are... we're gonna do the favorite fab cards first. I'm gonna show you guys my 9 favorite cards. I'll probably save it so I can post it to Twitter and stuff later, and then we'll take a look at the Victor deck and we'll play some games. That's the plan. You better not say Remembrance. Remembrance is not on the list. Remembrance is a card that I actually dislike, but I'm forced to play. So, hey, Liam, what's up? Peck Perfect? Peck Perfect is in our list tonight. It's probably not on my favorite cards of all time, though. So, taking a look, if you guys have not seen this, we're literally just going to put all of these together. So what I have decided I thought would be fun is I have taken 3, I'm going to take 3 heroes that I love, and I'm going to pick my 3 favorite cards of that hero out of the deck. So I have 3 heroes that we're going to do, and I'm going to pick my 3 favorite cards from each of those decks to give you guys an idea of like who I am as a player and kind of like my journey through time. So we're going to start with number 1. We're going to start with Victor. Victor is first. Oh, link this? I had not considered this. Hang on. In case anybody wants to do this, get the link going for everybody. So you guys can do this as well. So we're going to start with Victor. Victor. Yo, what is this? What is that? The Golden Sun is going to be the first card that we're going to add. The next card I'm going to add is going to be Test. Here we go. Test of Iron Grip. It's changing things a lot. So we're just going to click on Test of Iron Grip because that is easily one of my favorite Victor cards. And then my other favorite Victor card is Visit Goldman Estate. I feel like these 3 cards perfectly sum up how I feel about Victor in a nutshell. Turns out mine was 9 copies of Blaze. Oh my gosh, dude. Definitely gonna see. Ooh, actually, Fi is not on the list. You do have 2 of them right. So Victor was the first hero I wanted to do. The second hero I wanted to do was Aurora. So Aurora, we're actually going to start with my favorite card in the Aurora deck. And you guys are going to laugh. Most people laugh. This is my favorite card in the Aurora deck. I love Entwine Lightning. It makes me very sad that we cannot play Entwine Lightning in the new Aurora. This is like one of my favorite cards in the game. And it's just because I really like the art on it and the foil looks really cool. There's nothing crazy there. Let's see. Arc Lightning is on the list. We're going to do the EA Arc Lightning, obviously. And then the last one that I want to do is actually Channel Lightning Valley. So these are my, we'll do the promo one, I guess. These are my 3 favorite cards from the Aurora deck. Entwine Lightning is just one of those things that like I just love. I just love Entwine Lightning. I don't know, I always have. And for the last hero we're going to talk about, we are going to take it. Okay, so hang on. Let me clarify. Snatch is good. Not saying it's not good. It's not one of my favorite cards, though. Snatch is like a fine card, but it's not one of my favorite cards. Like, it's fine. For the last hero we're going to talk about, we're going to take it way back. Like, way back before you guys knew me because I didn't make content back then. We're going to talk about Dash IE. Dash Inventor Extraordinaire was the first hero I ever played when I got into the game. And there are 3 cards that perfectly sum up why I love this hero. The first one is going to be very obvious to a lot of people. We're going to do High Octane. High Octane is absolutely insane. The next one that we're going to do is we're going to do Teklo Plasma Pistol, because the Plasma Pistol is probably one of the coolest weapons ever actually like put here. Like I love this weapon. I think it's so cool. Now, I was actually pretty torn between the last 2 cards that I was going to put on here because I feel like there are a couple of cards that really like. I really like Spark of Genius. It's one of my favorite cards in the Dash deck. But I have a card that I feel like kind of shows you who I am more. So when I originally thought about it, I was going to do Pistol, Induction Chamber, and Plasma Purifier because I love the like Exodia combo of setting up Plasma Pistol with Induction Chambers and Plasma Purifiers and just killing your opponent. It's one of my favorite ways to play the deck. But High Octane is like one of the coolest cards ever. So I thought this was like, this perfectly sums up who I am. There's no way you just said Sink Below, Fate Foreseen, and Firewall. I mean, Spark is just Induction and Chamber. I guess that's fair, Sam. I guess that's fair. My top cards for Oldhim, if I was going to put Oldhim on there, it would be Endless Winter, Crown of Seeds, and I'm going to take it, man, I don't know. Like, Crown of Seeds is already like broken AF. And I really like Endless Winter a lot. Like, that's like that's probably my favorite Oldhim card that you can play. My last favorite Oldhim card. Now, it's been like back in the day when I played Oldhim, it was a very different deck than it is now. There's a lot more tools at our disposal. So I would probably have to say like, I'd probably have to say like Peace of Mind. I like Peace of Mind a lot. The fact that you had a 2-card for like prevention that made a ponder that worked with Rampart and Crown of Seeds was really good, so I like that a lot. I don't put the hero cards on here, Michael, because I really like to like show the 3 cards from the hero that I like a lot. There is in fact an EA test of Iron Grip. I wish I owned them. Drone. Keaton. That's crazy. I mean, Winter's Well is really cool. But Winter's Well was banned before I ever picked up Oldhim. I played Winter's Well with Titan's Fist only, which is crazy. Oh yeah, when you had Crown of Seeds, it didn't matter. You could arsenal all these things and it never mattered. It never mattered at all what you arsenaled. Did it download this? Yep, there it is. I will post this to Twitter and stuff later so that we'll have this. I thought this was pretty cool. Yeah, I thought this was a fun concept. Whoever put this together, thank you. This is a really cool design. This is really fun to be able to go and do that. Playing LL with Winter's Well was a hell of a drug. I mean, Winter's Well is a crazy broken card. Crazy broken card. All right, so taking a look at our deck, I've made quite a few changes. Like there's quite a few things that are different tonight. Like we've changed quite a bit. The first ones that I want to talk about is the way the deck is configured now. We now have Boulder Drop and Enlighten Strike in the main deck. With the way that our matchups are set up in the deck and the way that the ratios line up, we're now playing a 49 card main deck instead of a 43 card main deck because E-Strikes and Boulder Drops are just in every matchup to be able to make our ratios work, is the idea there. So we've also changed around some of the blues. I was playing 2, 2, and 2, but I have decided that I would rather have a third Debilitate over a second Chokeslam. So we're going to be playing 3 Debilitates, 2 Headbutts, and 1 Chokeslam tonight. Just trying to like mix up the blue base a little bit. It does make us a little bit worse into Huntsman, but that feels like a pretty decent matchup as long as we can, like keep some pivotal pieces in our deck. And then we talked about Ripple Away on Tuesday. So I'm going to share some stats with you all at the end of the night about Ripple Away and where I've been on clashes, because I told you guys that I was keeping up with Trounce, I was keeping up with Ripple Away, and we were just like kind of keeping up with clashes and numbers like that to see how things went. Now, all of the numbers I'm going to give you at the end of the stream are strictly from my games alone. They're not like from anybody else's numbers or anything. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody understands they are mine alone and what's going on. So that's kind of where we're at. When are we dropping Riches? It's a no block. You got jokes, don't you?
Lizard.
You got jokes, don't you, Martin? Now, we'll probably keep Riches. It's pretty good. Ripple Away? I mean, Ripple Away is something I'm kind of experimenting with, but it has a very high impact to some very important matchups right now. As we take a look at the sideboard, I am back on 2 copies of Erase Face. I ended up really not liking the Weakest Link. Like, it just kind of felt like okay. Into Dash and Acilio, the Weakest Link had some very powerful potential, but just kind of felt like it was lacking, and that the best part about it was the fact that it was a 3 block. I have went back to Erase Face because it blanks Acilio's weapon if it hits. They cannot keep Channel Lightning Valley around if this hits. Into Dash, this is like a very, very big deal because they either cannot boost or they are required to block with 2 cards, which I think is a massive win. The other thing that's really important is that if this hits them, they can't just like spark for something because it doesn't have they don't have Mechanologist in their thing anymore, so it doesn't fit what we're looking for. So I am back to 2 copies of Erase Face. I am now playing 1 copy of Peck Perfect. The idea with Peck Perfect is that it's very good into some of the warriors. It's very good into some of the assassins. Mario is a deck that's very popular right now, and it's a 9 that fits the ratios for what we need on clashes. So the fact that it fits clash ratios very well and that it's good into assassin with Arakni Marionette being very popular, Peck Perfect fits into the sideboard as a 1 of very, very well right now. What happened to my pin? I've lost my pin. Moving on. We were playing 2 pummels the other night, or maybe we were on 3. I can't remember. I'm on 2 now. I think 2 is better. Using pummel as a supplemental card is better than it being like a full 3 of. That's how I feel about it right now. We'll see as it continues developing. Who knows? And then the other thing that I wanted to try out came as a suggestion from a few people, actually, talking about Shelter from the Storm over Sink Below. Shelter from the Storm seems like it can be a pretty solid option because into Syndra or into Arakni Marionette, we can discard it to prevent the mark effect. I don't know that that'll come up super regularly. Most of the time, this is just a 0 for 4. But having that flexibility, especially like on turn 0 against Mario, if they're trying to mark us, this can go a long way. So I really like the idea of Shelter from the Storm, just having that like extra oomph that we need it to. I am on 2 copies instead of 3 so that we can make room for other cards in the sideboard. But 2 Shelter from the Storm feels like a really good fit. Write that down. All right. I am on 1 Staunch Response in the sideboard. Valda seems to be picking up with quite a bit of popularity. I also think that Guardian is picking up with quite a bit of popularity as well. So I think being on a 1 of Staunch Response is a good sideboard fit right now. We are still on 3 copies of Test of Iron Grip, 2 copies of Trounce. We are on 2 copies of Clash of Bravado, 1 Midas Touch, 2 Remembrance, and we're on 2 Amulet of Echoes. Amulet of Echoes has come and gone since calling Columbus back in January. I think that when you are able to pair Disruption with an Amulet of Echoes in play against Cecilio, you have a pretty good chance of being able to do some powerful things. I would like to be able to play a third. It just doesn't line up. Playing a third means we're cutting something else, which means our clash ratios are off. So I think we're going to have to settle for 2 into a race face right now is really just kind of where we're at. But a 2 of Amulet should do well enough for us. And then I am back on Arcanite Skullcap. I really like the idea of having that extra AB3 source plus 3 block value when you are playing against Acilio. There are sometimes early on in the game when Acilio is just able to like go ham very early and you fall behind quickly. And so you are trying to find a spot to get back into the game. And Arcanite Skullcap can be that like you're down behind tool to help you block. It'll help you use Arcane Barrier, so it fits the bill pretty well for what we're looking for. Excited to have this back in. And then we did keep Tunic. Notable cuts, I did end up cutting Crown of Dominion. I know that on Monday and Tuesday we were trying a more aggressive slanted build where we were trying Crown of Dominion and Auramegus as a way to start the game with Visit the Goldmane Estate or Visit Goldmane Estate online immediately. But we are on 5 Clash cards right now that generate gold if we win. So that's looking pretty good. It seems a little bit more consistent to have more Clash cards in the deck. I did play a game earlier where I tested playing 17 misses into an Arakni Huntsman, and that ended up very poorly for me. Being on that many misses against Huntsman cost me a lot of clashes. I clashed 8 times into Arakni Huntsman, and I won 2 of them. So that was pretty unfortunate. But I learned my lesson that more than 15 misses is a little too greedy. 15 feels like the cap for where I'm at with, misses and trying to make sure we're in that ballpark range. So like to make sure we stay there. And this list fits that bill very well for staying within that 15 miss range within most of our deck. So that's where we're at. That's what's going on. This is our list tonight. We are only playing AB2 plus Skullcap. We're not playing Lantern for AB3. So I'm curious to see how that works out. I ended up cutting the 3rd Arcane Barrier for that 1 of copy of Staunch Response. I figured being on a 1 of Staunch Response might help us get into a better spot for other matchups. So trying to diversify the sideboard and figure out what works and what doesn't work right now is really where we're at. And that's what's going on. Today I played against an Ira that ran all the 2-for-6 generic disruptions. Was a bit funny, but the 15 D-Reacts weren't as funny. 15 D-Reacts is crazy, gamer. 15 D-Reacts is crazy. That is really intriguing. That is really intriguing. The other night when I was testing, I was looking for specific games. We're just going to be playing the default game number tonight, playing whatever pops up on the list. I'm good with whatever pops up. We're just going to be playing games tonight. Huntsman is a go second matchup, I believe. Obviously, streamer mode has not kicked in yet. Okay, so earlier when I played this matchup, I was trying to play Tunic and Pummels. We are not going to do that here. We are going to use Tech Plating for some extra block, and we're going to leave Pummels out of the sideboard so that we are on that 15 miss ratio to fit what we want. And we're just going to play a clean 60 to see if we can make it happen here. I do like going second because if we draw something that clashes well early, we can get into a good spot early. Or clash that generates gold, I should say. I do think that's important to note. Something that makes them discard can be okay, but it's not necessarily great on that turn 0. So we want something that like helps us generate gold. Hey, Damien. I'm pretty content to just block this. I know that this is cards out of our deck, but like we just want to block this. I think we want to try and keep the boulder drop for next turn if we can. I think that's a pretty good place to be. If they throw like a 1 for 5 or something at us, we will just block with the grip. We'll probably just block 7 and just give the grip here. If they just pass, then that's also fine as well. As long as we draw a single blue, we're going to be in an okay spot to be able to make some stuff happen. The first visit Goldmane Estate is actually perfectly fine. I know that it doesn't. I know that it doesn't like really do anything here because it's not. It's just going to make that gold. But I really like having that extra gold. Do we want to throw Miller's Grindstone and Arsenal the Boulder Drop, or do we just want to throw Boulder Drop? I mean, setting up that Revelation value early is fine. We're probably okay to just ship the Boulder Drop here and just IP the Test of Iron Grip. Seems fine. This early on anyway. Oh, Graven Gloves is very good. I agree. Graven Gloves is very, very powerful. I'm really glad that Assassin's getting some upgrades. Maybe some other people aren't, but I do like to see that Assassin is getting upgrades. So, and maybe it was important for us to just ship the... Oh, Hunter hunted already. We do not have Remembrance to play around this, so hopefully they don't hit anything backbreaking. We are always kind of living in that world of chance. Let's see what they name here. Disable is being hunted. We do have one in the pitch zone, so there's only 2 gone, which is actually really nice. I do really like that we're only going to lose 2 because we have one in the pitch zone. That's kind of nice. Huntsman, worst weapon to block besides DGA? I'm not. Are you talking about blocking this? Like they don't want to block Miller's Grindstone? Yeah, this is probably going to be a grind. This is probably going to be a grind, but that's okay. I mean, I think we're just going to jam this here, right? That is very unfortunate. Wow, that is very unfortunate. There is not a good decision here. So they have a 5. There are multiple 5s in our deck that would not win if we reroll here. Would not be great if we rerolled. I'm almost inclined to leave this on top, discard the Thunderquake, and then just like play out the Goldmane Estate, make a Surge, and then leave IP the... I think we can just discard Thunderquake here. It makes the block that I just made very inefficient. They left the top card there. I mean, I'm going to block 4 and hope we don't get hit by a Shred. Yeah, getting hit by a Shred would not be great here. Of course, they know we're going to block, so arsenaling a Shred's never really a bad play. We're going to play Goldmane Estate. We're going to rip into this. We're going to make a Surge, and we're just going to pass. We're going to hope to set up with a better hand this time around. All right. Losing the grip that early was not great, but that's okay. I believe in us. They bottom a card. Well, they're leading on an attack. This could just be coercive tendency. Do we want to block 6 here? Do we want to block 7? A blue Shred is -2, which means blocking 7 could matter here. I mean, it feels like they have multiple pumps to go over the top. Like, I doubt we're going to, like, juice them with anything right here. So I guess we'll just give them 6 to start off with here. And then we'll see how they play this out. I mean, I suppose we should play around. No, we should wait and save like the 0 for 4, 0 for 5 here. Plus, we'll get a chance to see how Trounce does. We win with an Enlightened Strike against the Slay the Scholars and put that to the bottom. And then we win with a Clash of Bravado. So I'll add one to the win for the Trounce tracker, which I'm going to give you guys information about later. That's right. Free Tendies, as they say. Please, no Remembrance or Gold Main Estate. Hitting like the 3rd Gold Main Estate here would be pretty bad. I do feel a little bit better knowing that 2 are protected in our graveyard right now. That makes me feel kind of nice. But it is what it is. They banish a blue Chokeslam. This does meet the contract, so this does get go again, and they're now up to 3 silver. All right, so they had all reds here was what was happening. And then this is 5. I think we can pretty safely block like this. And then we can make a new surge and ship the hammer for 8. We will go Clash of Bravado. This is a 4 against a 4. So let's see. I think I'm good without this, right? Because we've already made a gold. So nobody destroys anything. Nobody wins a gold. I am going to mark this down as a ripple away bad clash. I don't necessarily know that that's a fair assessment, but I am going to mark this down as a ripple away, quote unquote, bad clash here. Be curious to know if you guys agree with that sentiment or not. Having a 4 on top means that the Miller's Grindstone throw is not exactly what I would call free, but we'll see. I just love the word tendies. I don't know. Like, I just like the word tendies. It's just a fun word. Like, free tendies is something Taylor's been saying. And so that's like where my brain's at. Free tendies. Just like what I keep thinking. All right. So rip into a test of strength. Feels pretty good. I think we'll let this go. We'll take 1 here. I think is fine. You'll notice pretty early, pretty significantly, we're already down on cards, but that's not really a big concern to me. So we take the Spider's Bite, because even if we need to, we can block Test of Strength and Ripple away, which is 6, and then we can always pitch the Golden Sun to make something else happen here. To throw the Command and Conquer if we need to. They sunk the top card. I think we'll just block like this. I mean, I don't think there's a reason to give up a card if we don't need to. There could be something very powerful here. How many? Is this our 3rd Test of Strength already? It is, and we've already seen a Trounce. I guess we'll just leave this on top. Like, do we really care about... I'd like to have another 4 block for next turn, so I think I'm pretty content with this. We'll just say no. If they banish it, it's going to feel like if they have like a concealed blade or concealed the red 0 for 3, whatever the hell it's called. Or if they have like a shred here, that's going to feel pretty bad. But I would like to draw this for next turn. We can pitch Golden Sun to Tech Plating, pitch Ripple away to Command and Conquer. I mean, this does have a cost of 1 or less, I think, technically. I feel like this is okay, right? Like, it kind of sucks because our... Did we give up the Flexors here? Is there any world it's correct to give up Flexors? I mean... We give up Flexors. We keep our Test of Strength for next turn. And then we still have 2 more grips. I mean, I would like to be able to get better value out of this, but I feel like this is probably like the correct play. We'll pitch the Golden Sun for Flexers. They're probably happy with this exchange, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really know that like the cards in my deck are the most relevant thing about this game right now. They're just hoping they have an attack on top. No, they're going to block it. I mean, I'm happy they're blocking it. Guess is like maybe. Wait, 10-minute drive from what? Wait, what? Oh, you got. Oh, there's a different conversation. Sorry, I missed that. My bad, guys. Oh, yikes! What an awkward hand. Hate drawing all of your power cards together. You would like to draw them a little bit separately. It's not exactly how we drew it up, you know. I mean, I think we'll just take the dagger here. Cree, you think it was correct to wait? If it hadn't been a test of strength, I probably would have been okay with just rolling the dice. But test of strength is pretty important to our game plan and being able to keep everything together. So, plus, if we have the chance, we can block with a test of strength here, and then potentially try to like rip into a blue and throw the Spinal Crush here. Would definitely not be an ideal situation, but there is some merit to like pitch stacking Command and Conquerors to set them up for second cycle. Oh, I guess it doesn't have a cost, so it wouldn't have been a silver for them. Which, I mean, like... I think I'm willing to just block 2 here. And then see if they throw something at me. No? Okay. So... I think we're just supposed to throw this and then arsenal the other CNC so that we can set up is probably correct here. Flexors barely means anything here. We need to stack gold. I mean, I do like to stack gold, and that's why I'm so, like, torn away by, like, pitching that away. I don't know if that's correct or not, but... So block Command and Conquer and Ripple away, pitch the Golden Sun for this Command and Conquer, arsenal the Remembrance, and then set it up. Is so relevant in this meta. Oh, yeah, it is kind of cool to see cards like that we don't see super regularly being relevant. It is very nice. It is really nice to see it. By the way, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys chilling on a random Thursday. Is this coercive tendency? Like, what are we looking at here, I guess, is like, are we supposed to block like this to play around the +3 here? I mean, like, this screams shred to me, right? Like, this screams shred to me. I mean, we haven't seen enough things to, like, we've not seen any pumps. We've not really seen anything. Like, this could be second coercive tendency, but, like, I'm going to block 7 to play around this so that we can protect the Command and Conquer. Okay. I mean, if it's tendency into something else, like, it sucks, but it is what it is. We've seen, what, one hunted or hunter? Hunter, hunted, whatever it's called. Nothing crazy, please. Off tendency. A Spinal Crush I can live with. So they banish a red card. Then banish the top card of the deck. Then cut to the chase. I mean, if it's this in a codex, it's going to feel pretty bad. They got a trounce off the top of the deck. Sunk the top card. I mean... Guess we take 4 and lose a card here. We pitch the Golden Sun because we want to keep it in the deck. I mean, they've put together some very good turns. We've not really had anything that like has grabbed tempo here, unfortunately. We've just not had draws. Like we've had to reclash and not do anything. Like we missed a grip, we missed a test of strength. Like we're playing 15 misses and the ratios are not playing to us right now, unfortunately. I'm on 1 Peck Perfect. I am on 1 copy of Peck Perfect. I mean, the funny thing is, like, we only need a few turns to like swing this in our direction. We need to get going a little bit here. Drawing second Remembrance is not great. I would like to prioritize throwing the Peck Perfect here. Blocking with Macho Grande doesn't exactly feel great. I don't know that our deck could be fighting us any more than it is right now. Feels like it's fighting us quite a bit. Well, they have a really awkward one. I mean, we can't give up multiple pieces of equipment for this. Peck Perfect is not worth that much. So we block 6. We swing the hammer, play Remembrance, get 2 copies of Visit Goldmane Estate and a Peck Perfect back, and just run it from there. Really all we can do. I mean, I guess we could take 6, right? Hang on, let me evaluate that for a second. I'd not considered that. I don't like just taking a bunch of damage. So if I say no blocks, we go to 27. We can throw a Peck Perfect without making a Seismic Surge, which I think is kind of fun because then it represents Pummel. And then we can play Remembrance from hand, and then we can just pass. Or I guess we could just play this now. We'd have to play this now, right? And we have to Arsenal this Remembrance. Probably fine. I don't know. We'll go with Noob's line. It's not natural for me to want to take damage like this, but we'll see what happens. We'll just get back a Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer and 2 Goldmane Estates is just the play here. I really, since our deck's not playing like Debilitates or Chokeslams or anything, I really like the idea of throwing this and leaving 2 floating. Be cool and play it on CNC. That's funny. I mean, I think not blocking was fine, right? Like we have enough life to like play it out. Like Noob was probably correct that it's just that's a situation where like no blocks and ship it is correct. They want to enable chat. They just said Pummel isn't real. Lol, that's so funny. They were correct in this scenario. We're just right now we're in that loop where like Spider's Bite and like is just like very punishing to us. Like, and we have to get out of this loop. We have to force multiple cards out of their hand. And it's just so hard to do this sometimes. They just said, can't wait to eat my words. Oh, when I said Pummel, they said Pummel isn't real. That's funny. Yo, what's up, Trent? I mean, yeah, they're not supposed to block Peck Perfect. That's kind of the point, is that we use it to push 9 damage. I mean, maybe 3 Peck Perfects is correct. Maybe we're supposed to be on 3 Peck Perfects. This hand is pretty mediocre. I mean, so what clashes do we have left at this point? Like, what do we have left? We have 1 Test of Strength and 2 Test of Iron Grips, and we're not playing any D-Reacts in this matchup. So, with their Remembrance, things got shuffled up quite a bit. I don't think we're supposed to block this. We still have Skullcap and Revelation to block with if we'd like to, so I think we're okay to like let this just unfortunately suck for us. They sunk the top card. I mean, what if we just like block 6 here? Is there any world where that's correct, or we're just supposed to block 4? I mean, because they just like get to pick, right? I mean, we're probably just supposed to do this and then like let them take something, unfortunately, and just hope it's not a gold main estate. Yo, Mekado with a 3 stream watch streak. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So they're going to get an extra card. Mask of Perdition is an E-Strike. Black Text for Go Again. Surgical Extraction is an E-Strike. So 2 E-Strikes, and they just get to pick a card, right? They just said they bottomed an E-Strike? That's hilarious. All right, so we take 1. They get 2 E-Strikes out of our deck. And then they take a Thunderquake out of our hand. I think we'll take this just to ship the hammer. I think I'm okay with this. I mean, unless it's like codex into leave no witnesses or something, that would feel pretty bad, but it is codex leave no witnesses. So this really blocks for 1. They do bottom a card, so we're just going to block 4. It's not great because they're going to have another 5-card hand, but the problem with fat stacking in this matchup is your clash ratio. You can't fat stack with clashes. The ratios are like way messed up. I personally don't think I'm personally not okay with that. Thoughts on mid-range versus Fatigue Victor? I mean, if Fi and Syndra stay away, I think that Fatigue Victor deck is real. Like the OTK Fatigue Victor deck is like really solid. Like I think it's really good into the meta. It solves a lot of the problems that mid-range Victor has. Oh, they were asking how that was 4 block. And I was like, I already used the Spider's Bite block, so we're just going to pass. Drawing, grip, and test of strength could be a good place to get back into this game. Have I played the Fatigue Horse on stream? I have not. I have not played the Fatigue Victor deck on stream. Try to save you all from the agony if I can help it. Isn't Cinder real? I mean, yeah, I think Cinder is like not a bad deck. You just got to go ham into Huntsman? No, I agree. We need to be playing offense. The problem is that I am in a position where I've not been able to play offense because of losing clashes and just like everything is lined up very awkwardly. This is a very favored matchup in my opinion, Michael. But like, I mean, I just we can't get anything going. I'd like to tell you that there's something larger here. We're clashing very poorly. Like, it is what it is, you know? When that happens, we lose games. It's kind of the Victor curse, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yo, Chris, let's go with the 5 gifted. Chris, thank you so much for 5 gifted over on Twitch, dude. I appreciate that. How are you, brother? You doing all right tonight? I mean, I think we're just going to do both. We only have 1 more grip after this. Like, let's go test of strength first. We win with a right behind you. They have a blue shred they're going to draw into. We win with a Clash of Bravado. We don't have, well, I mean, they discard a Sink Below. We're blocking 8 on 4. Okay. I'm always just assuming it's the +3. That's like always the world that I'm living in. Make a Surge, and we'll throw a Boulder Drop here. Every time I roll scabs, I get a 1. I mean, it was a very unfortunate start to the game, but like honestly, I'm doing like I actually really like this. I like, don't get me wrong, I don't enjoy that like this is how the game is playing out. I would like for the game to work out well for us, because if I lose this game, this will be the second time that I've lost a Huntsman today. But I do like this because it's putting us in a bad spot. It is giving us a chance to like try and like mental reset, pull it together, and still win this game. Not drinking my KO pain away. I'm glad you're not drinking yourself under a table because you miss KO. I'm very glad to hear that. Also, I have no idea where our freaking where our freaking gold main estates are. Yeah, well, no, the +3, it says contract cards. It's this one right here. With contract gets +3. Cut to the chase. It works on everything in the deck. Except for, no, it works with surgical. It works with everything. 3 gold main hand coming. Dave, respectfully, I hope you're wrong. I mean, are we just, like, am I blocking bravado here? I kind of hate to just keep leaking damage. I don't know. We'll take 1, I guess. Like, this is the problem, is like, taking this, like, just feels so bad. I guess we can just jam 3 cards in front of whatever comes next. Do I need to jam 3 cards in front of this? Why would we keep a card? What is this one? With 1 or less costs? What did they do with the last card? Left the top card there. Let's draw that shit. Please and thank you. My opponent just said gambled badly in the chat. That's funny. I mean, if they hit something good on top, it won't matter. Put to the bottom. Oh, they hit it. Yeah, they hit what they wanted to anyway. It's very unfortunate for us. I don't really want to throw this because we have 3 copies of Goldmane Estate coming up, hopefully. I mean, maybe they're putting them to the bottom. Who knows? Yeah, gambled goodly. Exactly. Estate on top, don't millers. I mean, they've blocked out millers every time I've swung it. Like, playing Verdance now. I mean, if they hunter hunted here, which we haven't seen one in like 8 turns, and they take away all of our Goldmane Estates, probably just cry myself to sleep tonight. Just block. So block the Scale Peeler to waste the 1 on the Spider's Bite. Okay. I don't hate that. What else are you pitching? Okay, so CNC after this. So no blocks here. We'll take this. I mean, I'm imagining it's CNC. Hey, what's up, Valer? How are you, buddy? I mean, I need to be able to keep cards, so we're just going to have to hope that whatever follows this up. They're doing it in the right order now. Oh, that was their whole turn? I can safely say I did not see that coming. Let's pitch Thunk to Goldmane Estate. This is probably what we're going to have to do to try to get back into this game. Hopefully they don't ripple away us here. That would feel pretty bad. Can we win with less than 20 cards left in deck? Yes, we're going to play this Remembrance. We're going to get back more Goldmane Estates. And we're going to try to just end the game. Okay. So we're not going to draw a card, but we are going to make 4 might tokens. And then I think we're just going to ship 8, right? Like, we just want to clear our hand out, so we're just going to ship the big 8 here. I mean, I think double Ripple Away is probably just objectively wrong, right? What happened to the Golden Sun? We drew the Golden Sun. They then cut to the chase, put 1 on the bottom, and then hit another Golden Sun off the top of the deck. It was a very good play by them. I don't want to block with any freaking part of this hand. I don't like this, but... Oh, yeah. I mean, they had 3 Ripple. Block 6, we're going to pitch the estate. Or I'm sorry, we're going to pitch the Golden Sun to play the estate. And we're going to hope to hit a good draw off the top. Blue, please. That accomplishes the same thing, and it sets us up with another gold. That is the first time we've drawn riches all game, I think. Get in there for 4. All right. We're getting into a part of the game that feels good. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna play estate every time it pops up. I see that you relapsed back to Victor after you said he was bad in this meta environment. You shut your mouth, Valur. You shut your mouth. Yes, I did. Your mom. How about that? I mean, I think Ripple's a good card though. Like, it's okay. They have a miss. That's okay. We miss, but they miss. So we're good. We miss, but they miss. So we're good. Will you host a funeral when Victor LLs? I promise you, when Victor LLs, we will probably do the most ridiculous stream on the face of the planet. I am just okay with this. We're just going to block. I should probably block Ripple Away here and then block right behind you and test on the next thing. Should probably be what we do. And then they're going to codex into Command and Conquer. What about Ripple Away? I think Ripple Away is fine, right? Like it's an obnoxious card, but this is the first time I think it's actually been like good in the meta. So I'm kind of happy to see it. Just use the gold to dig for them. I mean, that's fair. The horse head with big double X eyes. I mean, something like that. Yeah. What did they play before the codex? What did they do? We're just going to block like this. We actually win a clash. Holy cow. Somebody hold on. What did they draw into? We saw it off the clash. Excessive blood loss is a 1 for 5. So this is going to be for 11 minus 1 is 10. I'm 50-50 on Ripple Away. It's not a complete miss. Oh, you guys were saying that I should have Ripple Away there? Oh, you guys were saying I should have Ripple Away there? I mean, there was definitely an argument for me to Ripple Away there. Is that 3rd codex? 2nd codex? I haven't played all the states, right? No, there's one more somewhere. I was like, there's gotta be. Got to try a little tenderness. I mean, I think we're just going to try and no block as much as possible, right? Macho could just potentially end the game with where we're at. Or it could not. Left the top card there. So the only thing they could give a shit about hitting is Golden Sun or Visits, right? So I think we're supposed to no blocks this, and then when it hits with the trigger on the stack, we're going to go Remembrance, and then we can either try to macho them with the gold. I mean, I'm convinced they're sitting on a hunter or hunted in their arsenal. Or we have the option if they don't take E-Strike. It's got to be a visit or something on top, right? Like, it's got to be a visit or a golden sun on top. You should at least play Vincent. She's the best guardian. Oh, I don't know about that. Carly will have to wear the horse costume to cheer you up. All right, so with the trigger on the stack, I think we're okay to just play this out to deny them the value of what they were trying to get. And then do we just want to get Macho back? Do we just want to go visit Macho? Or do we want to go third Command and Conquer? It's probably third Command and Conquer. And then they hit a headbutt, which is probably not what they left on top of our deck. That does give them a silver though. And then they can they'll take a Macho from our hand, I'm sure. Which is actually kind of what I wanted them to do. Like, they didn't really realize that, but that was what I wanted. Because we're going to go again into Hammer. Them taking the E-Strike. Actually, I guess if they don't have a D-React in Arsenal, they're forced to take this, which makes sense. I mean, if they... Like, they could have went to 3 for multiple reasons, right? And, like, I was convinced because they have a D-React here. I assumed they were going to take the E-Strike and then bait me into thinking that the Macho was a good play, but that was clearly not their plan. Does Hammer on 4 matter? They have 1 card in hand. We have 7 gold at our disposal. I don't think it matters, right? Like, we just want the estate. Thought I clicked no already. Uh-oh. Am I still here? Are we still here? Is Talishar laggy or me is the question. Ever since they came and looked at the internet, like, it's been better. So, like, I'm hoping that it's Talishar. Okay, it's Talishar. Okay. All right, so we lose our breakpoint hammer, but we know that we have a gold mana estate on top. I have to, like, open up my settings. Did it, like, turn off all my settings? It did. Always hold priority, manual targeting, never skip attacks, streamer mode. Yeah. Wait. Turn on. Yeah. Pull my settings, Talishar, please and thank you. Multiple gold mana states. That's kind of funny. I mean, with 2 gold mana states in my hand, I actually just don't think I care about this, right? We're just going to play both of them and just rip it here. Yeah. We're like, this is like fine. Losing that golden sun kind of hurts. But it is what it is. Gold mana state, pitch the ripple away, make 9 might tokens. We should play this. We can draw a card off of this. And then if I throw 8, it demands at least 2 cards. So what does us doing that look like? So there's 1 more codex. There's probably 2 more Command and Conquers. I feel like throwing 3 is not good enough, right? We need to make sure that we don't just lose. And there's 1 more codex, so I think I just want to set up an arsenal here, right? So we can do this and then swing the hammer for 3, I guess. I mean, we could try to find a Macho right here and, like, just end the game, but I don't think we do. We just need to find a golden sun in our hand. Because, I mean, there's, like, what? Actually, this is just wrong. I'm not supposed to do this. I don't think we're supposed to throw Macho. We have, what, one Macho left in our deck and one Golden Sun left in our deck? I can't tell if this is correct or not. I think doing this is fine. Because if we don't draw a Golden Sun, we know it's the bottom card of our deck. So we're gonna go Riches, Cranial, like that. Okay, and then we have it all. So as long as it's not like Surgical Extraction to take a card from our hand, we're fine. We just need it not to be surgical. And if it is, we will just jam everything in front. Because the last Gold Main Estate will be really good here, but... I mean, he played a Hunter or Hunted earlier. Like, we saw one earlier. It was like very early in the game. So there's some number of them, but it is turn 15. And I don't remember seeing one pitched. Guess we can just block this out. Yeah, we did. We dug and we forced cards from hand. So now we're going to discard right behind you. We're just going to get a blue so they don't get any more gold. Like, we'll just get something that's blue that we would actually be okay throwing at them. Like, we can get like a Macho, discard right behind you. So I guess I should have paid attention to like this, but this also works with our hand. Yeah, so we're gonna take 4 and like let them do the thing. They're gonna hit our Riches, which is fine. Like, getting Macho just means that this doesn't matter. Because we know we're all blues the rest of the way. That, like, it doesn't matter what they take. Like, we know that the next, like, the top cards of our deck are, like, Cranial, Thunk, something, like, right behind you, I think. They just conceded the game. They realized it didn't matter. So they took Riches. They take Golden Sun. We literally just get to throw this for 8 and 19s, 27, 26. So... Wish Hunter Hunted was in my deck. Were they not playing it? Oh, no, it's right there. I mean, I don't know what they mean they wish it was in their deck. Like, hooray! Balance is restored. We win the game. Glad that we were able to get there. The +1 costs a resource? Oh, yeah, I mean, it didn't matter. We weren't blocking it regardless, right? And we weren't in range to die, so we were good. Which is really what we cared about. All right, so we did end up beating a Huntsman. Game did not start in a positive way. This is a matchup where a mental reset and continuing to play your game will help a lot in the long run. I think that's an important thing to keep note of as we play that matchup, because that's one of those matchups that I think we're gonna I think we can expect to see quite a bit of that matchup in Memphis. I mean, plus there's ProQuest this weekend, so probably see it at ProQuest too. Okay. They're gonna go first. I mean, I would have picked to go second. The Marlin sideboard is all of the blocking equipment. We are playing 1 Trounce, and then we're going to play Staunch and Shelters because they block more efficiently in this matchup. Oh, dude, yeah. I remember I stole the name from Taylor back in the day. He named his first Victor list Goldem back in the day, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, I love that. Marlin, and we're going second. Ooh, they start with Crown of Dominion. Interesting. It's probably correct. I'm just intrigued. Oh, Ripple Away would go so hard right here. Ugh. Year of the Horse. I also like that. I mean, I guess you've made gold already. They want to take a blue, right? So we should just block like this, let them take the blue. Like, this is fine. Nothing we can do to dodge it. Thankfully for us, they don't have a gold. We don't have a gold for them to steal. The Macho puts them up to 3. Command and Conquer can buy us a little bit of breathing room. We can Arsenal the Boulder Drop and try to set up for an Iron Fist Revelation block. The Clash at Demon Head. Oh, that's a cool name. I kind of like that name. They just take 6 very quickly, which scares the living crap out of me. Okay. Big game trophy shots. Yeah, when it hits a hero, make a gold. Are they deciding what to reload, or they chose not to reload? They did activate Marlin. And they're going to draw a card. I mean, we could block with balance and crack it, but I don't think that's correct. I mean, drawing King Kraken Harpoon when I have this in hand is pretty good. So I think we should block like this. I wish I could put another card for my hand down, to be honest. I want to block like this in case we need to re-roll a clash or anything. I mean, maybe we're just supposed to like rip it and like let it happen. They'll get to take nothing from our hand because it's a non-attack action. And we can Arsenal the Shelter. I think this is fine. And then we can try to use the Revelation to like put some pressure on them. And we could try to like balance here, but there's no reason. There's no reason to. I listen, I do love Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That is like that movie came out when I was in the 8th grade, and I went and saw it with my best friend at the time. His name was Josh Wilson, and we went and saw it together. And I remember we spent the entire movie cackling like hyenas. It was awesome. Okay, so Seismic Surge pops. We make a new Surge. We're just going to ship the Disable. 2 Golden Suns in one hand is less than fortunate for us. Scott Pilgrim's based in your city? Yo, where are you from, Ludiful? What do you think about that Aurora is not Elemental Hero? Oh, I mean, it's going to take a lot of new deck building for sure. Like they have introduced like an entirely new piece to the puzzle, which I'm very excited to actually like dig through and try to figure out like what we should be doing. But taking away the elemental text is big. It's very big. One could say it's low taper fade massive. Activate that hook. That's actually a great use of the Marlin Hero ability. That's super smart. I mean, I hate it, but it's super smart. What if we were to just like get super crazy and hope we draw blue? Like, what if we block like this and just try to draw blue? Because I really want to save that Shelter from the Storm for something else. They won't have an arsenal for the CNC, so maybe we're supposed to block like this. And just like if we do rip a blue, we're just going to throw Hammer regardless. I mean, they don't have a Ponder or anything. I don't know. Like, I'm really struggling with This is an interesting decision. Because if we hit a red off the top, like the Command and Conquer just doesn't have that much value. I think we're supposed to do this. Throwing the hammer here is unfortunate. I would like to do something else. No, they're not going to make a gold, and we've already made one, so there's no reason to reclash here. We can actually just throw the Debilitate. Cheating Scoundrel makes them a gold, which I mean is a good use of that. Just throwing 6 is fine. Anyone else see the possible bad guy on the art for the U.S. Nationals this year? I did not. Orlando is a province. Oh, Ontario is a province. Toronto is a city. Oh, okay, cool. That's cool. I know it's like set in Canada. I didn't know if it was actually filmed in Canada though, or whatever. I am U.S. pilled, U.S. brain pilled. I mean, that's so based. That's actually just so based. I say and do stupid shit like that all the time when people talk about like where they're from. Not that it makes it okay. I wish I was more educated when it came to the rest of the world, but I am currently trying to learn some Japanese so that I can hopefully get around a little bit when we go to Yokohama in April, which is coming up in a few weeks. That is like we literally leave in like 25 days or 26 days, which is crazy. And if they emergency ban something that makes Victor bad, then, I'm just going to have to throw myself down an embankment. Don't really have another option. I don't know what they're... Revert to the start of this turn. It's not popping up in the chat. Talishar must be lagging pretty hard right now. I think it's smart. Could you imagine Aurora blocking with the new D-React? I mean, the new D-React would be really good. Like the one that makes an embodiment of lightning or whatever. I just got back from Japan. I've been told, Gray, that you don't need to know that much Japanese, but it's more of like a respect thing than anything. Like with all the traveling that Carly and I have done, over the last like couple years, I've really been trying to like learn more about the language of the country when we go, because I feel like it's more of like a respect for, people and like, their culture and things like that. So I'm lagging like crazy. Do we need to undo again? I'm trying to see what they're trying to fix. I don't know how far back they need to go. I'm like I don't know if they meant to block with something else or like. So right here, I will request to undo. This happens. We're gonna have to go back to this point. They're gonna have to discard 2 Cheating Scoundrel to make their gold, which they already did. And then from here, we go to my turn. So it's actually really fun to talk about what they blocked with. They blocked with a King Shark Harpoon, right? Well, that tells me they have a codex and they're trying to codex it back. But them like not blocking means they're looking to draw and play at this turn, which like it does tell me what they're thinking here. Yeah, no, I know it's elemental. Like I was just saying, like her being able to block with the new one would be very, very powerful, I think, if Aurora ended up in any way being some kind of like defensive, like potentially like looking for defensive outlets. Like in the mirror, it could probably be pretty good in the mirror. I mean, so actually I should take 6 in case I rip a red. I can still play the Spinal Crush and force 2 cards. Taking 6 is very scary, but I'm going to show you Visit the Goldman Estate. And then we're going to make a gold and some might tokens. We did draw into a red, so patient decisions paid off. Very interesting, like, should we have risked it or not there? I don't know. Thoughts on Snuff Out in her? Ooh, Snuff Out could be interesting. My Cope statement, maybe they'll unban Talk a Big Game. Grublo, listen. My opponent just said, yo, WTF, Victor is supposed to only have attacks. Rip a Reno. I feel like I'm playing against Taylor reincarnated on the other side of the table right now. Like, would love to be able to block 7 here. Ooh, 3 of a kind. We might get a balance play here. Balance. Maybe? Uh-oh. Okay. 13. 3, 7, 9, 11. I really don't want to give up the shield. What does it look like if we give up Staunch? So if I was to go Staunch, pitching the blue, Shelter, Balance, I would not be insulating myself for any future turns, but I might draw into a blue that would give me the ability to throw the Command and Conquer for 9, which against their Ponder looks pretty good because they have what? No, they have 1 gold after this. Or we give E-Strike, Shelter, Balance. We give 3, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13. Give up all of the armor except Flexors. We save Balance for another turn. Arsenal, Staunch. I think Arsenaling to Staunch is better. Taylor Maldford, amazing. Yeah, I think that's the play. We get to block like this and then play the Shelter. We're not going to Balance. We're going to make a Surge and throw Command and Conquer for 9. And then we'll Arsenal to Staunch Response. We're giving up a lot of armor here, but saving Balance for like they've played what? 1 3 of a kind, so they did just pitch a codex, which is really nice. They've only played 1 codex, right? Yeah. So make a Surge. How much do you like your Arsenal to game? And then I'm going to Arsenal, Staunch, and pass. Having like that 1 sideboard slot for Staunch does really help in like a matchup like this. They just decide to ship it and let their hand go. Was a good decision because our hand sucks. I'm actually just going to throw Hammer for 4, and then we're just going to keep the right behind you in hand with Grip and Trounce and stuff. We have an E-Strike. They lose a gold to tip, and we pass. Having E-Strike could be pretty good for next turn. So the way we're going to order these triggers is we're going to go right behind you into Grip, into Trounce. And we'll see how it goes from there. Is this another codex? Last codex this game? I mean, Snuff Out could be good. Staunch is goated, I agree. Do you have places you would recommend to visit in Tokyo? Because I'm heading there with my family this summer. I mean, Michael, if that question was for me, then, you know, like... If that question was for me, then, like, I mean, we haven't been yet. So if that was for somebody else, then... This is for more than I wanted it to be. Funny part is, like, I thought we were going to be able to cover this pretty effectively. So maybe we're supposed to block like this and just hope we hit a blue so that we can throw blue and then let it happen. They're going to have a Ponder no matter what. We could also do this and then give up the Staunch and then throw like E-Strike for 8 if we wanted to. I'm not entirely sold on that plan. I'd like to protect the Staunch for something else. So I'm kind of thinking that we should do this. and just hope we hit a blue. And if we hit a red, we'll pitch it to this. And we can save the staunch for another turn where it lines up better. May not be many more turns. They're going to line up better than that. We do rip into a boulder drop, which is unfortunate. And then we're going to take 3. Our opponent has a Widowmaker on top. A 3 of a kind just went to the bottom off of the Trounce. Trounce, we get another win without having to re-roll. We're going to mark that down. Just over 2 months now and have committed to Guardian Gaming. After Tunic, do you have advice in the order to get the pricey generic staples in? I guess it depends on like what pricey generic staples you already have, is what I would say. Like, I don't think there's really like a... Is there anywhere we crack a gold here? Try to throw hammer. I kind of like crack a gold. Well, that plan sucked. I guess it depends on which ones you have. Like Techland, like I would say that like CNC is a pretty good place to be. CNC is a pretty solid one. Like there are definitely some other ones that you can... Like there are definitely some ones that you can like pick up. I don't know. Like if you want to DM me on Discord, I'd be more than happy to like talk through it with you. Ripple away wins a clash. You love to see it. They discard a King Shark Harpoon. No, they discard a Portside Exchange. Sorry, I thought they'd already discarded a card. So we take 1. They have 2 cards left in their hand. I'm sure they're going to start churning through that gold. That's what their deck does. A second Widowmaker. We know we have a 4. We don't know what they have on top. I think I'm content taking 1 in the hopes of trying to win this one. We are going to have to re-roll and target ourselves. That really sucks. Oh, that is another bad point for Ripple away. Giving them an extra gold there off of a clash feels super bad. I hate that. Absolutely hate that. Yeah, no, please, please, oh, blocking with balance would have saved damage there, wouldn't it? I didn't even think about that. Good note, Damien. Thank you. Yeah, please shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to talk with you on Discord. More than happy to chat about it. What do we have coming in with Overpower? It's coming in for +7, whatever it is. So if it's a 4, okay, +10. And they're going to activate Marlin to make sure that they can keep the gold flowing here. So 15 Overpower. I think we're going to look at blocking 10, take 5, and then we can Arsenal Shelter. I think is fine. I love that it now pops up and says, would you like to pay more for this? I think we're supposed to make a surge and throw a race face and then Arsenal to Shelter. I mean, they know we have it, but... And now they just get to sit up the other Harpoon. Why a race face here? Because we could only block with 1 card no matter what. I mean, a race face is in this matchup because it fits our clash ratio, not because it has any text into Marlin. I bought my Skullcap for $100. And I remember everybody was like, oh, Skullcap for $100 is such a steal. Like, you're getting such a deal at such a good value. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll take your word for it. And so, like, it's really funny to, like, look back on that now. We'll just block 7, get a card out of their hand. They discard a King Shark Harpoon. We have a Peck Perfect on top. Throw 7 here. Hey, what's up, Rose? What does Erase Face do in this matchup, Dot? Because my Taylor told me it literally has no text in this matchup. Taylor told me it does actual nothing in this matchup. I traded in my Skullcap when it was high and got a Crown of Providence. That was smart. It turns off Take Aim. Oh, so things that say Ranger attack. Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay. That's fair. So I guess it does have some text. Does have some text. It turns off Hook. Because it's not a pirate attack. It works. Is that the idea? So they activate Marlin, play big game trophy shot, discard. I mean, we're running out of room to get things done here. I mean, it turning off Hook, I guess, does matter. Like, that's not nothing, right? How many clashes do we have left in our deck? We have 1 Trounce somewhere in our deck. So the question is, are we going to balance before or after? So right now, we can block Debilitate, Tech Plating, and Shelter. We block 7. I guess we could block 8 if we wanted to. And we can wait to find a better card. So we block like this. I mean, we died of Rain Razors, but I've literally never seen one of these decks play Rain Razors. At least not in a long time. Guess we have Flexors to play around it if we need to. So we play the Shelter. We take 7 down to 3. Oh, Rain Razors doesn't even kill us. Never mind. Never mind. And then we'll see what they take here. We're going to crack this. I think drawing into that is actually fine. The only thing we have to be concerned about is just dying to them arsenaling a big Harpoon. Cranial Crush matters in this matchup more than often than it doesn't. So, have I ever considered taking Estrogen? No, I can safely say I have not. Discarding Fool's Gold to Cheating Scoundrel is good. Oh yeah, like their ability to be able to just like discard the thing they make from gold is really cool. It is a very cool effect. Have I ever considered taking Estrogen? What an interesting question. What an interesting question. Well, Gold Main Estate says diddly right here. Does absolutely nothing. If they have a 2 for 6 in Arsenal and 2 blues, they get to just activate the cannon and do the thing. And we're dead, right? 3, 4, 6, take 4. Yep. Trust me, I would hate it. I mean, isn't Estrogen like the thing that like women have in their bodies? Why would I have ever considered taking that? I don't understand. Me specifically? You're right. I am confused. Anatomy was not my subject. I don't know what HRT is. Home run time? Like, yeah. Nathan Crawford 69 cast Confusion, and it worked. Yep, we cannot stop this. This is one that we cannot stop from coming across the finish line. I wonder where this game went wrong. Looking back, I'd be curious to know like why I lost this game. We had a CNC that had no text one turn. I mean, I guess we blocked with it. It was like the same as a 3 block any other turn. Guess we just needed more disruption. I don't know. Things just didn't line up that game. Oh, it's not just a women thing? Oh, hormone replacement therapy? Oh, yeah, I've never had that. It might fix my confusion. Oh, that's so funny. Listen, home run time was my best guess. Like, I mean, zero disrespect to people. I'm just like, I don't know what we're talking about, so I'm just throwing out acronyms and names that I have for things. KOLL, soon as Verdance. Our boy Victor is now back. Oh, let's go. That's right. Tell him, Gardner. Tell him. That's right. I mean, we did lose some clashes, but I mean, that's okay. That's part of the Victor shtick, right? Like what I'm telling myself right now mentally is that, like, you know, some of the clashes are not going our way because, like, Victor is like, you know, he's getting back into the rhythm. I played Dio for a week. Like, we're getting back into the rhythm for ProQuest this weekend so that we can feel better about it. Matchup was a grindy game. Op blocked when necessary. I could not stop a couple of big on hits, and it really slowed me down. Staunch, great in this matchup because I do think Staunch is really good in this one. Like, this is like when I was playing 2 Staunches back like towards like Battle Hard in Atlanta. Like, this was like one of the matchups that I really liked having 2 Staunches for. It's never too late to transition. I mean, you are correct. It's not, but that's not me. That's not who I am. You know, for the people that it is them in life, they should do that. But it's not me. It's not who I am. Another Huntsman, huh? Hope you guys are ready to go to sleep again. Another riveting matchup. We were able to win last time despite some things not really going our way. We'll see if we can make this one happen. We are currently 1-1 on the evening. Let's see. Huntsman, we are going second, which I love. You love to see it, as they say. And by they, I mean it's me. I love to see it. I really don't want to block with any of these cards. I think I'm going to take one here. I don't like taking one on turn 0, but we're going to. No gold did matter. They kept stealing it. They kept stealing it. Those animals. I guess we'll just block 6. I'd rather have the CNC. Oh, we are going to win a clash. They have a Codex of Frailty on top. Okay. Attack actions. I mean, that's most of our deck. So, like, them banishing stuff and getting attack actions. How is this the conversation I come into when I take a break from League? I mean, listen, Rose, I'd like to tell you that I know or understand, but, you know, I'm just terrified of what this could be. Command and Conquer is a pretty good one to hit. I'd like to tell you that I know or understand, but, you know, I just work here. We're just going to throw CNC, force some cards. I'm not going to Arsenal, which is unfortunately awkward with the Codex, but old Grippy Boy here could help us out. Let's see if they respect Pummel. No respect for Pummel. Understood. They go to 43. We're not going to Arsenal. All right. You love to see it. They discard a Plunder the Poor. They pitch their Codex. They'll probably pass here. We are going to just ship the hammer. Like to ship the hammer as many times as I can in this matchup. Yeah, we're 1-1. Is that not what I said? Yeah, opponents on Fiddlers. I think our last opponent was on Fiddlers as well. Rutro, Raggy. Please be kind. I asked nicely. Be kind, please. Resolving the playability of Hunter hunted. Boulder. Oh, we knew it was Boulder Drop. Never mind. We knew it was Boulder Drop. That's fine. Yeah, so they're going to snipe all of our Boulder Drops, which is unfortunate. Boulder Drop is a good card. I don't know what else I would rather them take, but that is a good one for them to snipe. Sniper. I thought you meant. Wait, I also thought you meant League of Legends. Wait, what league are you playing in? I just assumed, I hear League and I assume League of Legends. All right, we put a Cranial Crush to the bottom. They put a Sack the Shifty to the bottom. We have a Headbutt on top. That is another win for Trounce. Trounce looking good. I think we're just going to block with the Test of Strength here. I mean, I know we won't draw a card, but like building up the gold is what we want, right? I think I'm okay with that. I would rather just like save the grip for next turn. Seems fine. Swiper, no swiping. Runs a Fab 1 on Thursday. Oh, interesting. Oh, so you guys have like a league. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. I tried to talk our locals into that for a while, but could never get them on board, unfortunately. And I don't think it was like our locals that were an issue. It was more of like our LGS. And again, I'm not throwing shade at our LGS. Like I get it's a lot of work, but I wanted to do like over the course of 8 weeks, you show up every Friday and you play, and winning gets you points, and at the end you win X amount of store credit, or you win yada yada yada, whatever it is. Like I just thought it would be fun to have something like that. A lot of us are grinders. Oh, see, that makes it even better. Yeah, see, I would... Did they sink a card? A card was put on the bottom of the deck. Yes. Okay. We are going to block 7. We may not need to block 7, but I would like to block 7. Okay, so it was in their hand. Like, I was curious to know if, like... What did we have on top? We had a Debilitate. Oh, you'll love to see it. So, Gold Main Estate, number 1. No Ripple Away. Sag. We're going to make a Surge, and we're going to pass. It's okay. It's okay. Getting the Ripple Aways out of their decks now means that after we Remembrance these back, they're going to be a lot better. Try to do a league and the numbers just weren't there for the effort. Oh, that's sad. See, I hate to hear that. Does this matter at all? Like, does Erase Face matter at all for this, or are we better off just throwing Debilitate? We're probably just better off throwing Debilitate, right? They sunk the top card, so they're looking for a red. I mean, we could be like uber safe and like block with the tech plating here. I think just blocking 6 is fine. We can bottom the Macho Grande because I would like to. Okay, we're gonna get got by Shred, which is fine. They're gonna take an extra card, so the Mask takes a Golden Sun. That's not great. Getting a Golden Sun hit does not feel very good. We're gonna chuck 8 at them. Turning, we're like a DIY red Debilitate here. Your armories are like 6 players. I mean, yeah. So like our armory is like 8 to 10, I would say. Like sometimes we have like more, like 15 or so. But most of the time it is just like there's just like 8 of us. Which is nice. Like it's nice to get to like play games and practice and like hang out with all my buddies at locals. Oh shit. Did we just lose? I mean, sniping Goldmane Estate on top of the deck is not great. So we have one Goldmane Estate that we can value back here. I mean, it's pretty unfortunate. All the cards in the deck and they hit that. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to see what we can do. Because obviously we're going to have to win through damage. We're not going to be able to fatigue them. We are not going to be able to fatigue them. They sniped a Golden Sun and that. We're going to say no blocks to this. This is fine. They discard their Command and Conquer. All right, well, that feels pretty good. Just to have another Command and Conquer? All right, that's fine. It's unfortunate, but it's fine. Actually, is there a world where we take 6 here and throw Macho? I don't think so, right? Like, we're just supposed to do this. We could block with some equipment here if we wanted to. It's going to be interesting. I'm curious to know if one Goldmane Estate with potentially, so we have 2 more clashes that make gold and we have riches. So if we can Goldmane Estate when we have 5 gold in play, then 6 gold in play, with the 2 Golden Suns and 3 Machos, is that going to be enough to seal the deal? Like, is that enough to win us the game? I don't know. I think we're about to find out together, unfortunately. We're going to take this. Attack action cards. Block 6. And then it's go again into hammer. I mean, we're just going to have to apply pressure here any way we can. Our weeklies usually cap at 12, but average much lower. Our PQs hit like 18 to 20. I mean, so our ProQuest hit about 30. I would say somewhere between 25 and 30 most of the time. Which is kind of nice. Like, I mean, I think that's like a pretty reasonable number for us. Like, I'm always pretty content with it. I think I'll just take the 1 here. Does turn on Skullcap if I need it for anything. They sunk the top card. So I think we're just going to block like this. We'll take 3 and let a card go. We'll let 2 cards go, unfortunately. Blue and blue. I mean, hitting those cards is not nothing. Doesn't matter. We're going to swing the hammer. They have, what, 1 hunter hunted left? And we're going to Arsenal Remembrance. I would like to be able to get through the rest of my Clash cards before we start playing Remembrance, but we'll see what happens. We need to be able to hit these golds here. But doesn't deny any mites from a state. So it denies 1 mite. So we only made 2 mites on the turn that we did, Michael, because we would have made 3 because this is a gold. So it did deny 1. Yeah, it did deny 1. With base go again. Man, getting riches would suck. think I'm going to use flexors to protect here. I think I'm just okay with this. As weird as it sounds, we need the riches here. Okay. They don't have a Seeker Kunai in play. I think we can block like this. We are going to have to pitch riches to tech plating because we need to make sure we have that extra gold lined up. Our PQs tend to be like 30 or 40. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy when we have like 30 or 35 at a pro quest typically. Please no reroll. All right, so we put a right behind you on the bottom. They put a shelter on the bottom. We draw into a Peck Perfect, and they have a Fate Foreseen. That is another Trounce Clash that works out very well for us. This feels like a reasonably safe time to block with the shield here. We had a sold out local 44-person ProQuest. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, we don't have a cap on our ProQuests. I mean, maybe we do, and I'm just not aware of it or something. But so is that all of it? Actually, hang on. So there are no trounces, none of that left. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna make a surge. I'm gonna throw Peck Perfect, and we're gonna play Remembrance because I think we're at where we need to go. Oh, caps everywhere? Really? I have a friend showing interest in the game after many years of trying to get him on board. He's showing interest in Victor. Do you have a budget Victor list? I don't necessarily have a budget Victor list. I've never considered making one, but I don't hate the idea. I really don't hate that idea. They get to resolve Fate Foreseen before we clash. I know we have a Spinal Crush on top, so I'm good with this. They're going to take 6. We're going to play Remembrance. We're going to get Gold Main Estate. Oh, wait. I should let this resolve. Sorry, opponent. Did I not join a competitive queue? I normally jump into, like, competitive. I think we need to get Peck Perfect and Command and Conquer is where we need to be, and maybe we get some E-Strikes on the next one. I think these are the cards we need in our deck. Yikes. Not a hand we want to block with at all. At all. Need this to be a pretty lousy follow-up. God, there's no shot I'm about to block with a Golden Sun here, is there? Block like this, throw 10. I mean, I would have to Remembrance back the Golden Sun, which I guess would be fine. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. What a bad hand to draw. Yeah, no, I agree. Peck Perfect is pretty nice for Fatigue because it allows us to push damage. Like, we were able to, like, take a card out of our opponent's deck and push 6 damage. I'm pretty happy with that exchange. Even with the way the game is going, I genuinely don't know if we can win this game. I think them hitting our Gold Main Estates is just so unfortunate. All right, Riches is a good draw. I like that a lot. I was like, this feels like Coercive Tendency. I'd rather block whatever the follow-up is. I mean, if they hit our Gold Main Estate, then, like, I'm just going to cry. Macho is also very good. This has codex written all over it. This has codex written all over it. Yep. So bad. Okay. They get a fleece. Do they not have a leave no witnesses? There are 0 copies of leave no witnesses in their graveyard. Interesting. So we don't have anything impressive here. I mean, I guess we can get the Golden Sun here. Yo, what's up, Kasu? I mean, we probably have to get Golden Sun just for the damage, right? Golden Sun, discard this. And then we're going to have to take 4, I think, and hope that they don't hit anything insane. I mean, it's 2 cards, which sucks. Right behind you and Thunk is not great. We are going to Pot of Greed, hopefully, into 2 blues. We do rip into 2 blues, which is pretty nice. Spinal Crush for 9 ends up being okay. So we can try to play this Golden Sun. Hopefully we draw the Gold Main Estate right here. If we draw the Gold Main Estate right here, we can aim to play it, rip the Golden Sun whenever we get to our last copy of Remembrance. We'll be in a decent spot. I mean, yeah, this is so bad, but we have to, right? Like, how many coercive tendencies have they played? 1. So if this is like coercive into codex, I'm gonna like cry myself to sleep tonight. No, that's fine. They have a miss on top too. So sigil, they go to 21. I mean, I think we're just forced into ripping this here. I think we're just forced into it. We're just gonna block 9. Makes a lot of sense. We're gonna arsenal the Peck perfect. Sure. So they're gonna play sigil, and then they're gonna go get a leave no witnesses, which makes a lot of sense. I cannot give up the shield. We need all of the might tokens we can get. So we block like this. We throw Command and Conquer for 6. I mean, I think I'm spinning my wheels here. I think we're cooked. I think hitting 2 estates was just too backbreaking. Where the hell is our other estate? They must keep sinking it to the bottom. It's going to be in our next hand. Like, it has no choice but to be in our next hand. No, like, Command and Conquer or something here, please. God, that would be so bad. I mean, if it's leave no witnesses, I guess I can just block 2 cards. Codex is unfortunate. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. I mean, I'd planned on blocking 2 no matter what. You'd have been better off to throw. What do we draw into? Peck Perfect only comes in for 8, sadly. Yo, let's go, Trent, with the 5 stream watch streak. I appreciate it, brother. I mean, yeah, our opponent just like hit a gold main estate in the dark. I mean, I guess they left it on top, but like they hit it like in like quote unquote the dark there. Oh. I don't think we're going to be able to get there. And we're not done yet. I'm going to give it hell. That's unfortunate because now there's 0 ways for us to win this game because we have to have this, right? I need to be able to get them both back is what needs to happen. The hunter hunted hits were red boulder drop and visit Goldmane Estate. I mean, if I take 4 and lose this, I can't just like damage them down, can I? Like, I don't think there's enough here. I mean, we could 100% and like try to draw into this, yes, but not with this. So we just have to let this go. I mean, that's just super unfortunate. There's just nothing I can do about that. Actually, I'm probably supposed to remembrance first, right? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. No, because we need to remembrance back the Golden Sun here. Because we're going to have to get that one. We're going to have to get 2 Golden Suns back. 2 Golden Suns, and we'll look to see what else is over there for us to get back. There might be a world where like 2 Golden Suns is enough reach. 2 Golden Suns and this Macho. So they take 8 down to 14, which means they were interested in pressuring us. I mean, we might be able to get there. I don't know. Like they only have 1 silver right now, which I think matters. Remembrance. We're gonna go Golden Sun, and then there's not a Macho over here for us to get back. We need to be able to throw this Macho. So we need a blue, right? Because this is the only 2 cards left in our deck right now. So we actually can't throw Macho ever. So we should aim for Golden Sun, Heck Perfect as the 3 cards. And then we're going to go Macho, then Riches, and let them banish the Riches because we don't care about it. Surgical Extraction is very bad for us. I think we just have to hope there's nothing here. Yeah. Yep. We're just going to concede. So we throw Golden Sun. They're able to block all of it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Them hitting our estates was just too much. Like if they had hit 1 estate, I think we could have done it. But the fact that they hit 2 estates and then their leave no witnesses lined up when our 3rd estate was an arsenal and we needed both of our cards to try and do something was just too much. Either our opponent like played that, like don't get me wrong, our opponent played it very well regardless, but I'm saying like either our opponent like was like literally pitch stacking that and like trying to like keep up with where our cards were, or like they got very lucky at the end. Either way, they played it very well and waited for their spot. Using the ripple on the codexes can be very powerful. Up hit 2 estates on Hunter hunted before we could run them out. No remembrance to excuse me. No remembrance to shuffle the trigger for Hunter Hunted. Remember to use Ripple on Codex if it lines up. Okay. So I am officially 1-2 against Huntsman today, which is like not great. I thought this matchup, I mean, I guess to be fair, both times I've lost the game. Holy shit, another Huntsman. I mean, yeah, like this is the matchup I expect to play this weekend, so we'll keep running it. The problem here is that like we could play 61 if we wanted, but I don't think a raise face for 61st card is correct. I think we're just supposed to play 60. Playing Pablo, I mean, I'm not frustrated about playing this matchup. It's literally just like it comes down to like, is my opponent a Luxac? And if my opponent Luxac Estates or Remembrance off the top, then like it becomes a real game after that. But if they don't hit those, like it's an automatic win for us. Like I mean, I say that very confidently. Like I think this is like almost a free win if I mean Huntsman is already popular. I don't think it really comes to like if they become popular. I think it's like it is already popular. How do you play into it? We are supposed to excuse me. Against Huntsman, we are supposed to play Goldmane Estates and Remembrance them, and then just like literally play 9 copies of Goldmane Estate. If you can, Arsenal a Remembrance and wait for them to play Hunter or Hunted. They're playing Balance into me. Interesting. I'm just going to block 7, and we'll see what they left on top. Like, I'm intrigued to see what they left there. A 5 versus their 4. So they discard a card. And then we'll see if they want to... We'll see if they want to... What they want to discard, and if they value pushing damage or setting up an arsenal. Do you think Remembrance is getting hit after PQ season? I think if... Oh, hitting a tendency is really good. Excuse me. I think if Remembrance was going to get hit, it probably would have already. So I doubt they're going to ban Remembrance, but I can say for certain that I think seeing a Remembrance ban would be good. I would like to see a Remembrance ban. I just don't think we will. God. Got hiccups now? And I've got like phlegm or something. It's why I like when I'm clearing my throat, like I'm trying to like get something out. I try to mute my mic, but with the soundboard pulled up, it's not easy. I miss being one of the 2 Huntsmen in the calling. Now I have to play mirrors at the PQs. This is messed up. Dwar's like, what the hell is this, dude? It's going to be a little bit because it's in the antiquity packs. I mean, yeah, if nothing else, the antiquity packs tell us that they're not getting rid of Remembrance anytime soon. I would like to pick up some cold foil Remembrance from the antiquity packs. They put a card on bottom. Okay. I mean, we're going to go grip like this. I am going to block Headbutt and Ripple away. Pitch Thunk. We want to keep Thunks in the deck because the more that we have the ability to clash, the more that we can set up Thunks for a second cycle. And then I'm going to Arsenal this Remembrance right here. And the plan here is going to be to... The first time they hunted, I'm just going to jam this. I mean, if we don't have any Goldmane Estates in the graveyard, we'll have to think about it because it's tough, right? I don't think Remembrance is going anywhere anytime soon. I am really curious to see what they hit in the ban list after ProQuest season. They've already said they won't restrict cards in CC, that they're more interested in doing it in... See, like, this is a tough decision. This is a tough decision. I think we literally just have to let it go and pray. And if they hit something insane, we just like cry. I don't think we can Remembrance nothing back. We need at least 6 copies of Estate to win this game. How do you combat gravekeepings to target visits in your yard? I mean, we don't. If you're showing up to beat Victor that much, then like, good for you. Like, I don't. There's not. I don't like. What else? Like, what else are you getting value out of that card for? I guess is what I would ask. Like, Fi's not like a very relevant deck in the meta right now. Like, or at least it doesn't feel like it is. So like I would say like what are you, I mean, again, like if you have like a list of matchups, right? Like if you were to look at me and be like, "Oh, well I'm doing it for X, Y, and Z," or something like that, I would be like, "Okay, like fair enough. Let's destroy their ponder and not let them set up this leave no witnesses." Um like if you said, "Oh, I have like these 5 to 6 matchups that I'm playing blue or red gravekeeping in, probably blue, right? To like target these matchups." Then I would say, "Okay, sure." Like yeah, that then this matchup probably just becomes awful for us. Um but I mean, if you're showing up to a calling, like I mean an event, you're talking about 3 or 400 people at an event, right? And you're telling me that you want to beat Victor, so you're warping your blue base to play blue blocks to beat me, then I tip my hat to you when we pair, like because that's like just another level. No, you cannot wait and then name something. Once they name something, like it's already been like named and gone. We're resolving it. I run Gravekeepings for Victor, Draconic Ninjas, and Gravy, but it's falling out of the meta, so might remove it soon. I mean, if you think you expect to see an uptick in Victor and Gravy Bones, then like I think that Gravekeeping's a really good card. Um, I don't know if our opponent just left or what happened. Like, okay, they must have been lagging. Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's like I'm like, if you're running it for like me and Fi, and I guess like Gravy Bones is good. Like, I would say that those are 3 decks that are not very popular in the meta. So I am biased because I play Victor, obviously, but those are 3 decks that are not super popular. So I would be like, it kind of feels like a wasted slot. Probably you could do it for something else. Didn't know they got cold foil treatment. Yeah, there's some cool ones. They got the Antiquity cold foil. All right, is it me? Like, is my opponent okay? Like, I'm assuming they're doing something else outside of the game right now, is what's going on. If Gravekeeping said attacking allies, it would have been one of the most played cards in the format over the last, I don't know. Like, it would have been one of the most played cards in the format over the last, like, since June. So, like, what, 6 to 8 months or something like that? Because you can banish Leave No or Overcrowded. I mean, if Gravekeeping has application in other matchups, then it's a good pick, right? Let's block 5, and we'll just throw the boulder drop here. And if they have a shred or something, they have a shred. Like, there's not a lot I can do. If they do have a shred, we're gonna play Remembrance, and we're gonna get back like Thunderquake, Headbutt, E-Strike, or something. Cut to the chase. Remembrance is worth protecting. Remembrance is definitely worth protecting. I would rather sit on this until we can get some like gold mana states going. I mean, so I'm trying to think of like what we would do to play around that. I don't know what they're thinking about. They have no cards in hand. They have no reactions. Like, it's been 9 minutes, opponent, and we have played an actual 3 turns. You could pick it up. That would be great. They don't even have, like, flick knives to, like, flick the scale peeler at me. Like, there's nothing to think about there. I don't know. That was weird. Finished a clave in my round 2 match last night. It has uses. Okay. Would be stonks if it could have attacked allies. 100%. I was surprised they didn't, like, I mean, I guess you wouldn't be changing the rules necessarily. I was going to say I was expecting there to be like a change around the I was expecting there to be a change around around gravekeeping with the rules change, but I guess that wasn't a rules change. That was like it would be a card errata, which would be different. Would be completely different than them actually changing the rules the way they did. Okay. All right. We draw a test of strength. Hopefully we win. With it right behind you, I mean, this feels like this could line up pretty well for us. I think we will be taking this. We will take the spider's bite. And then we're going to try to block right behind you in test of strength. Win a gold, play a gold main estate, and then try to get the train rolling here. This could be the only thing they're doing this turn. We'll block here to stop this. And I'm going to hope this isn't the only thing they do this turn. I mean, maybe if I see gravekeeping, like maybe if I'm expecting you to be on gravekeeping, maybe there's a world where like I only play gold main estates once I have remembrance out. And so like right here, like my opponent, like they ripple away this, I'm going to cry. Would be very good because we have no gold. Like it would be a very good play here. Okay. Kind of pushing the envelope tonight, Talishar, with the way things are lining up. Feel like my patience are being tested tonight. And I got to tell you, I'm starting to get pissed. Like that's the 4th gold main estate we've had ripple away so far tonight. All right, I'm blocking with test of strength. Like opponent, if you could play just a little faster, that would be great. Thank you. All right, test of strength. Like really fighting the urge to invite them to chat and be like, before my social security check gets here, please. Yeah, test of patience feels pretty accurate tonight. Like, because this is kind of absurd. Like, it's literally been 13 minutes and we played 5 turns. If this was the pace we were playing at a game in real life, I would be like, listen, not trying to be rude, but like, pick it up. They're deciding what to put on top here. I mean, at least now they're like taking a game action when they're deciding something. We're just going to block 6. Yep, they do nothing, which is fine. Do 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 do. uh, I don't know if, like, are they just, like, really thinking about their decisions? I don't know what's happening. Yeah, no, I mean, this is definitely one of those games where, like, if I asked you to play quicker at this point and you had continued at the same pace, I would have called a judge by now and been like, "Listen, man, I tried to ask you nicely and, like, you just weren't having it." So, yeah, I guess we're just gonna jam this in front. I think that's fine. I think we can target ourselves. Okay, deck. Okay. You're pushing it, deck. You're pushing it. The hilarious parts, there's 15 misses in here. Like, there's nothing extra in here. We're not playing the D-Reacts or the pummels. Like, I greeted once today and tried earlier and, like, lost the game already. I guess Victor is still angry at me. I would tell Victor that he better figure that shit out before Saturday because my patients are running out fast. The Victor experience? Yeah. Time to swap to Valda? Ooh, I don't know about that. Really don't want to play Valda. I mean, not that Valda's a bad pick or anything. I would like to give grip, but we really need gold on the board so that we can get value out of estates at some point. Guess you better bring him some fresh oats. It's pretty funny. I'm just gonna take one. We already put a clash to the bottom. We'll save this in case there's like a codex or some nonsense, I guess. We'll just IP this. Also, like, there's a world where like they think this is a pummel, and we might get some extra equity out of this turn. Probably not, but might get some equity out of this. Get the bad luck out now before the tournament. 100%. I'd like to win a Pro Quest this weekend. Since I'm going to be at Calling Memphis next weekend, this is my last weekend to have a chance at winning a Pro Quest for Pro Tour Las Vegas. Would be if I don't win one, it would be the first Pro Tour I've not played at since London. So would be the first Pro Tour I've not played at. Well, I guess actually before London. London was my first Pro Tour. So one more estate. There it is. Oh, we had to. No, we put Trounce was on top of our deck. We didn't re-roll on a Trounce, so that is technically not the same thing. Let's see how Trounce treats us this time around. We have a Remembrance. They have a 0 for 4. We are going to target ourselves. We reveal a Riches of Tropeldani. We win with a Command and Conquer, and then we hit a Riches of Tropeldani on top of the deck. So that is a loss for... We're also not going to get value out of the grip. Okay. What did they have on top of their deck? A Plunder the Poor. Okay, they did bottom our card, which means I'm going to give us hope that we don't have a third miss in a row. We don't, thank God. We get a Hunter hunted. That's the second one out of the deck. You love to see that. Honestly, you love to see that. Okay. All the bad luck out of the way. It's all good luck the rest of the way. We have one Trounce left in our deck to make gold. We're going to play Goldmane Estate. No Ripple, please. Asked nicely, and there was not a Ripple. And then from here, since we rip into the blue, we get to swing the hammer for 7. Pretty good turn of events here. All right, we're turning it around. We're turning it around. Michael, how have you been enjoying Volda? I've heard a couple people tell me to play Volda. I wonder why they sunk a $400 card. I wonder. Oh, man. Is Riches of Tropeldani still $400? Thought it was down to like $285 or something. I should have Remembrance right there to get those back in the deck. With the trigger on the stack. I should have Remembrance there. This is the problem with playing on tilt. You guys are actually getting like the perfect example of like getting on tilt and like making bad decisions right here. Why are they running out Seeker now? All right, so they cover it up. They did sink a card. We're gonna go ahead and Remembrance this. All 3 gold main estates. Go back into the deck. Volda feels really good. She's got so many cards that make you 3 Seismic, and a lot of people are on new Marvel attacks from MPG that heave 2. You can easily roll Dominate almost every turn. All the evasive damage adds up. I believe that. I firmly believe that. Well, this is quite a hand. Can they Command and Conquer? They can. Codex Command and Conquer would be annoying, but fine. We would just go Skullcap or Aegis E-Strike. Yeah, that would be fine. This is like a very Victor-esque hand to draw into. Shield plus Ambelheim is insane. I mean, that's true. I could have saved the Remembrance there. Okay. They get back an excessive blood loss. Interesting. Well, I'm going to get Command and Conquer back because it's probably the best thing we have. We're going to discard this, and then when they chuck that at us, we're going to go Skullcap, Tech Plating, or Aegis. We'll see if they leave this on top or not. I don't think we're supposed to... I mean, yeah, if we had to keep our full hand, I was definitely going to, like, E-Strike into, like, Sink the Riches or something. Or, I'm sorry, Sink the Golden Sun would have been pretty good here. Their equipment cannot come over the top, wherever it's at. We had Ripple Away here, we would have used it. Like, if Golden Sun would have been Ripple Away, I would have discarded it in a second. 3 Mites and a Surge Pop. We're going to play Gold Main Estate, pitching Riches, which is, like, one of the funnest plays to do. It's actually, like, moderately inefficient because you only draw 1 card, but it is a lot of fun. We are going to make a new Surge. And then we're actually going to sit on the Command and Conquer for another turn. So it's just going to be Hammer for 6 here. And then we're going to plan to throw the Command and Conquer for 11 next turn. That is indeed gold. Yeah, I mean, Riches is, like, pretty tough to pull, right? Like, I mean, like, Riches is, like, one of the hardest ones to pull, it feels like. So definitely not as straight up as everybody thought. Okay. Well, I have no idea what's on top. We're going to pray it's not the other 2 gold main estates. We would probably lose again on the spot. I have no way to be able to pick anything else. Resolving playability of Hunter or Hunted. Command and Conquer is being hunted. This is the first time I've ever had a card ripped out of my arsenal. The other one's in my graveyard. Well, that's unfortunate. So we should have thrown the damn Command and Conquer at him. How many gold is my target on Victor? I mean, ultimately, the target about every game when I sit down is to win Trounce and Visits. I'm sorry, to win Trounce and to win Oh, sorry. Oh. To win Trounce, to win Test of Strength, and then from there, like after we like win those, we just want to be playing gold main estate. So I mean, by the end of the game, I want to easily have 10 plus gold in play. I would like to throw the. Normally, I would keep the Thunk in the deck so that I could potentially clash into it later. But right now, I just want to throw Debilitate. Put Macho Grande to the bottom. They sunk a card. We're gonna sink a card. Cut to the chase. Yep. Hope it's not insane. They put a card on the bottom. Let's see what they hit. They hit it right behind you. I can live with that. What is Slay the Scholars looking for? I'll have to let it go to the graveyard. Non-attack actions. Okay. And then we're going to chuck Debilitate for 11 here. I mean, it really depends on like what their turn looks like, right? I guess on like whether we are sending damage or whether we are blocking and sending hammer. It is very easy for them to block the hammer, is my issue with sending it every turn, because they play Sinks, Shelters, Fates, Hunter, Hunted. They play like at minimum 12, like at minimum 9 to 12 cards that cover up the hammer off of one card, which is really makes it really hard for us. But I will say that if they leave us room, I will like go face 100%. Like the objective of this game is to get tempo and to keep tempo by forcing them into block. Like the more cards, like the more hands like this where they're blocking with 2 or 3 cards, that's a win for us. Now my opponent may be at 40 life right now, but we still have all of our Golden Suns. We have all of our gold main estates like right now as the game sits. So I feel pretty comfortable with where we're at. Now, our armor situation is not looking too great. They have one more codex right here. I actually think I'm just going to take this and see what happens. So you can lose a few clashes as long as you win Trounces, Resolve Estates, and Pitch Riches. Oh, I mean, yeah, you can definitely like lose clashes and be okay. The biggest determining factor in us losing the last game that we just lost has everything to do with the fact that they took 2 of our estates out of our deck. It's not really like I wouldn't really say it's anything to do with like it's not really determined around like winning like you can lose or tie on 1 or 2 clashes and be okay, but there are 5 clashes in the deck that make gold. I would say 3 of them need to connect. And then like from there, you're automatically set up. You can probably win the game even if you don't make gold off clashes and you just pitch riches and gold main estate. If you do that every turn cycle, that's going to end up being like... I think we're just going to block like this. I think this is fine. I mean, I guess they can Tunic and come over the top for 1, which is annoying, but... Macho sucks. Macho's one we want to keep in the deck. Yeah, like it's like, so if you play 9 copies of Gold Main Estate and you pitch Riches, like let's say that like all of the clashes go poorly, you don't make any gold off clashes, and then you start the game by pitching a Riches and then play Gold Main Estate. So you will be at 4 gold by the end of the Gold Main Estate. The next Riches makes a 5th gold, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like you could probably win this game without winning any clashes and be fine. Guardian could definitely use a new keyword. And sorry, guys, I know that I sound like I'm like having a speech impediment or like I'm having a stroke or something, but I'm more just like focusing on trying to make sure that I answer the questions. I'm trying to play the game and answer the questions, so like sometimes like my words, they come out very, very delayed. Maybe I'm not supposed to be on Trounces in this matchup. Maybe Trounce is too much of a liability. Maybe I'm supposed to be on... Maybe I'm supposed to be on shelters instead of trounces in this matchup. I don't know. I've not tried that. Filippo was playing it all, which I think is a little greedy, if I'm being honest. But oh, it's actually an insanely good draw. And then we just have 13 might tokens. We'll get back the last 3 gold main estates and just pass. Do we have any clashes left? We have 1 grip and 1 trounce. Yeah, we have 1 grip and 1 trounce. They're going to start by playing Remembrance. All these Araknis running around kind of is really unfun play experience on Talishar. I mean, there's probably a lot of people who think it's an unfun play experience. I'm enjoying the games because I need reps into the matchup. Macho with 13 might is really cool, but that's probably not going to be our play this turn. We're probably going to have to block with Debilitate and Thunk, sadly. Really just like the Huntsman matchup because it's basically did they rip the card right off the top? I mean, there is a lot of like, it is, so the Huntsman matchup is a statistical analysis, right? What did they get back? They got excessive blood loss, Command and Conquer, Command and Conquer. It is like 110% like a like stats analysis of like who rips what and what order and stuff like that. But it's a statistical analysis that plays out in our favor most of the time. So I don't hate it, to be honest. How many machos do we have left in the deck? They took 1 macho here. So we have no Command and Conquerors. We have 2 machos left, and we have all 3 Golden Suns. So I think we're just going to pitch this. I mean, I was going to say we should like Arsenal this, but I mean, shit. If you're willing to take 22, I'm willing to let you take. That's fine with me. We're like 3 T-Talks and 2 Kiss of Death in games where I went, they were 3 different one-ofs. Yeah, I mean, like, top decking the one of Peck Perfect was pretty solid. I won't lie. I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully we clash efficiently off the top. Holy bananas. That is an insane amount of Peck Perfect triggers. Disable, probably going to win them all. I am just so okay with that. 1, 2, 3. We got 5 cards right there. And all of a sudden, the like fatigue dim game is real. I mean, I get it. They didn't want to take 22. They're still up 8 cards. How many gold mana states do we have left? We have this one and 1 more. Actually, that's wrong, right? No, we still want to leave ourselves open the chance to play that. Yeah, sorry. We'll apologize to our opponent. I don't really want to crack golds because we want our last one to be insane. So, I mean, hammer for 12 is pretty good, right? I think we can just arsenal the macho here and just try to like send macho for 17. Yeah, no, the life totals are very rarely relevant in this matchup. Most of the time the life total is are they alive? And if the answer is no, we have won. If the answer is yes, they are probably trying to fatigue us. We had a sink below. I mean, every card out of their deck is a massive W for us, right? They don't have any codexes. We hit the last one. They sunk a card. We'll block with Grip. One more Trounce is left. That's it. They have a Ripple Away. We have a Cranial Crush. Macho Grande for 17. 1738. Hey, I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. This is what happens when you let me sit in a room by myself and play cards.
Lizard.
I have a problem. I have a serious problem. Well, I kill people and I eat hands, so that's two things. Carl, you are just terrible today. I know. I suck. God, I love llamas with hats. It's one of my favorite things on the planet. Yo, what's up, Hal? How are you, brother? You doing well, man? It's funny to think that somebody probably just joined the stream and just heard me talking about llamas with hats. What a time to be alive. Which is funny because llamas with hats is from like 5,000 billion years ago. Like minimum 5,000 billion years ago. I leave and come back and 16. Oh, yeah. No, this is like going much better. Would you believe it's boat nectar? Some of God's tears. Tell me the truth, Carl. Fine. It's a lovely elderly couple from 2B. Carl, they were taking all the crescent rolls. You are just terrible today. God, I love Carl. Carl was an inspiration. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but Carl was, in fact, an inspiration. That kills people, Carl. Yo, I love llamas with hats. Y'all will never catch me sleeping on a llamas with hats reference. Like, I think I could probably quote all of them. It's kind of sad. I don't know that that's a good thing. How many cards are left? 12 cards left. Do we want to reroll? Probably, right? Did we win the first one? No, this is the first clash. Target ourselves. We hit double Golden Sun. I said, ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights off. Insane. Num, 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 num. Oh, just like that, we're back. We're back. Carly probably thinks I'm dying. Carly probably thinks I'm dying right now. Actually, she's being rather quiet. Oh, coercive tendency kind of hurts here, actually. No codex. There's no leave no witnesses. There's 2 command and conquers. CNC would be obnoxious, but I actually think we would just let this go. I thought this was the AFK reel. No, it's just me, Drew. It's just me, buddy. Just me. I mean, dude, like, hitting 2 Golden Suns on the reclash is insane. I mean, like, we're out here, like, new boot goofing, dude. Like, that's actually... I think we're just going to start ripping them. With 9 gold and shield in play, I'm pretty content with letting one go to throw the old golden boy. Listen, Victor and I are coming back to terms, you know? I think that will be a very good clip for the Be Right Back. I do like that idea. We should save that for the Be Right Back. That's when you hit him with the it was stacked. I don't think I could BM somebody that bad. Although that's crazy work, bro. Crazy work. I somehow re-rolled a Trounce and we are up 2 gold because of it, which is insane. Saw your podcast, and I couldn't wish more that Acilio had less variance sometimes. I mean, Acilio do be the variance guy, you know? Me and Victor are coming. Never heard a more Zach phrase in my life. I mean, listen, you know? You like what you like. I appreciate if you stay out of my personal affairs. I was like, do I need to refresh? I did need to refresh. It was me. I'm the drama. Classic. No machos left. The last one was banished, and we threw one for 17. We're just gonna throw a CNC. I mean, sure. The crazy part is there's still an estate left. Where are you? You notice how when, like, you know, Victor and I get back into, like, a groove, my mood picks up a lot. Probably shouldn't let losing clashes affect my mental so much, but I just, you know, that damn smile. Getting Wyatt for 20 on no blocks. There can't be any more D-Reacts, right? They're out of Hunted or Hunter. There's one more. Hell, there's one more Fate for Scene left. All the sinks are gone. There's one more Fiddler's Green somewhere. I'm sure they're playing 3. They have 10 cards in their deck. We have 9. I think because we're up so much life, like, even if we don't have Golden Suns and stuff to, like, try and close the game out with the estate, like, I think from here, we've just won the game by just be aggressive. Be aggressive. I think that's where we're at right now. Sometimes clashes as Victor can feel bad, Jack. That's for sure. All right, I'm gonna refresh here. It's not me. I mean, this has been a 41-minute, 18-turn game, like, which means in real life we would be at, like, the 48-minute mark. We'd be close to, like, 48 or 50 minutes if my opponent played this slow in paper, which is a big sag. We did have to re-roll Trounce, but we won that time. How does Victor fill into Jarl? Jarl's free. Like, unless something, like, massive has changed, like, Jarl is free. And I'm sorry for all you Jarl lovers out there, but, like, it is actually just free. You're playing 2 copies of Remembrance and 3 copies of Goldmane Estate and Golden Sun against a deck that can't kill you fast enough. Oh, if my opponent plays this slow in paper, I called a judge like 30 minutes ago. Like 100%. Sure. If my opponent like does like counter pitch stack me with Terra Sunders and Oakenolds, then yeah, it can be a game for sure. But most of the time, we're pressuring each other back and forth. They're throwing sledge, and we end up in an okay spot most of the time. Our opponent concede. I mean, yeah, if our opponent, like if my opponent, like it was 8 minutes in and it had been 3 turns, that is insane. Like if my opponent was playing like that IRL, like 100%, I would have like pushed. And then the next time they took a long time, I'd have been like, Judge, let's go. Like, come on now. Hellstrike is pretty good. Amount of time before you call a judge for slow play in paper. I don't really know that there's an amount of time. It's more of like a vibe, if I'm being honest, because like when I'm playing and like, you know, you take like if you play very quickly, I'm just I think they just rage conceded. I don't know what happened there. Yay! They didn't hit cards, we win. If your opponent plays quickly the entire game and then they stop and they're like, I'm gonna think for a minute because this is a big turn. I'm like, okay, yeah, take your time. And like I'll sit there for 5 or 6 minutes if they need to. Does not bother me. But when like we play at like a decent, like if like, you know, you're kind of like playing a little slower and thinking about blocks a lot. And then like, you know, like in the first like 3 to 4 turns, 2 minutes go by, I'm going to be like, I need you to make a play. I'm going to need us to play faster so we can get through this game. And then if, you know, a couple minutes, like if 2 or 3 turns later, they don't say anything again, I'm not even saying anything to them. I'm raising my hand and calling a judge. And I'm going to say, Judge, I need you to sit here and make my opponent play at a reasonable pace. Because I just like, I don't know, at big level events, people hate fatigue. And I am done being nice to people who are actually just being shitty people and not like just trying to draw it out because they don't like the fact that my deck blocks and I don't just want to play Syndra aggro soup against each other all the time. So I don't know. Like most people, it's not an issue with, but the people that do are normally salt lords who like live in their parents' basement still. And in my opinion, that's where they should freaking stay. They have no place in a competitive game environment. Anyway, now that I'm off my soapbox, Up did not hit any pivotal pieces, and we were able to Remembrance Estate and push damage plus fatigue. Up blocked so much that Hammer may have fatigued from there. Okay. So we went 2-2 tonight. I mean, I would say the results were mixed tonight. I don't know. It's hard to do that if it's in locals. You know it's a home court. Lots would also hate on you. I mean, listen, if I'm at my local ProQuest, and I'm just saying this, like, even if the person who is our local judge watches this, like, and his name is Ben. We're friends. Like, I borrow cards from him. Like, he's a super nice guy. I would have no problem being like, hey, I'm going to need you to play faster, please, because I understand this is a longer game. Most people will be like, oh, yeah, sorry, and then they'll start going through it. If my opponent continues to play slowly, I will call a judge. And I mean this as nice as I know how to say it. If you are playing slow against me, I don't care if you come back from the ProQuest and you hate me. On Monday, if you come into the stream and you do nothing but talk shit about how I was an asshole to you, I don't care. Like, I mean that as nice as I know how to say it. Play at a reasonable pace and you will not have that issue. And if you play slowly, I will tell you to play faster and I will not lose an ounce of sleep over it because I'm not going to lose games because you were playing slowly. And I know that sounds mean, but that's just how it is. And like, I would say 98% of players don't have that issue because if you ask them to play faster, they're nice about it. And they're like, oh yeah, sorry. Like, you know, this and that. Like, it's also different. On Friday night at my armory with 10 of us, when my buddies are tanking and we're all laughing and having a good time, I don't care if they sit there for 10 minutes. It's Friday night. We do take backsies and all kinds of stuff all the time to play better games on Friday night. But like at like, you know, like at a calling or something like that, nah, you can play faster. And if you think I'm evil, then oh well, get on Reddit and blast me, dog. I don't give a shit. Anyway. Now that I'm off my soapbox, I'm done with my soapbox. The Victor deck, we played 3 Huntsmen tonight, and we went, what? How did we do in the Huntsman tonight? We beat a Huntsman, we lost a Marlin, lost a Huntsman, beat a Huntsman, so pretty standard night. Like, we had some things not go our way, which is fine. I mean, going 2-2 is like, it is what it is. Sideboard felt really clean tonight. I'm going to continue working on the sideboard for ProQuest this weekend. If you are going to be at Tokyo Toy Box this weekend in Hendersonville, or if you're going to be at, it's called Appalachia TCG in Pikeville, Kentucky, come say hi. I'm going to be there playing games this weekend. I got to look and see where those are at, which day is where. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate you guys for coming by and checking it out. Remember, if you're looking for a cool product to track your games and keep up with things during ProQuest season, make sure you hit !codex in the chat. You can get this neat codex journal to be able to track your games and keep up with things. You can actually see where I have some of my notes on here about some of the games that that like I've taken that I take. I wrote not a close game because my opponent obliterated me. That was a Rhinar running me over. There's also this really cool custom Agroblaze 96 version of the journal, which I think is fun. I have a couple of those laying around. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to shamelessly plug. If you're interested in Victor and you want to learn more about it, you can check out my metafy, exclamation point metafy in the chat. Don't feel obligated to buy it. I wrote it because I love Victor. Like, if you want it, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Silver Age video tomorrow about KO. Make sure you check that out. And then we have a member exclusive video coming out for YouTube members this weekend and for metafy subscribers. So make sure you check that out this weekend. And then I will be back on Monday. Take it easy, guys. Full access to roast me.